Hey Primary 6 Math Prodigies, this is Coach Saiful with your daily dose of math mastery, and today we're going to go into the few questions of your assessment paper number 13. Okay, the first question is actually pretty challenging, okay, but you have to understand how to draw the model, and if you could draw the model, you would have easily done this question. Alright, so let's take a look at this question first. It says this: Sam packed 320 marbles into 4 boxes labeled A, B, C, and D. Box A had the most number of marbles, and Box D had the least. The difference in the number of marbles between Box A and the number of marbles in the other 3 boxes were 8, 13, and 19. How many marbles were there in Box D? So what you need to understand first of all is there is a total of 320 marbles in the 4 boxes. Okay, A, B, C, and D. So what we can do is we can imagine we draw A, B, C, and D, and then we can draw the number of marbles in such a way that the difference in the number of marbles between box A, which is the first box, and the other 3 boxes, example B, C, and D, is 8, 13, and 19. So how many marbles were there in box D? This is what it will look like. Since it's A, B, C, and D, right, what I'm going to do is, since A has the most, that's what they told us, right? A has the most. I'm going to draw A as the most. Okay, and B has the difference of 8, so I'm going to draw with a difference of 8, maybe somewhere here. And C has a difference of 13 between A and C, so what I would do is something like that. And finally, last one would be 19, so it would be the shortest, maybe up to here. Okay, now here's the thing that you need to understand. First of all, the whole thing is how much? 320. Am I right now? Let's take a look again. The question says 320. Oops, sorry. 320. So we write here this is 320. But what we don't know is what is 1 unit. We don't know what to do. So what you can do is you can actually make this as 1 unit and the rest is extras. But even that, it gets very confusing. So what you need to understand and what you need to see is that the difference between this is 8, okay, 13, and 19. And if you see this, you are 1 step closer to finding out the solution to this question. Okay, so what you must do now is to realize another thing, that 320 plus 8 plus 13 and plus 19 will give me what? Will give me 4 units of A. Okay, let me just draw this for you. So if I will draw the 8 here like that, and the 13 here like that, and the 19 here like that, okay, it will actually be equivalent to, it will be equal to 4 units of A, am I right? So what I want to do first is write 320 plus 8 plus 13 plus 19, and that will give me 4 units. So let's write out, let's figure out what that is. 320 plus 8 plus 13 plus 19 will give me 360. And 360 will give me 4 units, correct? So therefore, all I have to do is find out what is A, which is 1 unit. Therefore, 1 unit is 360 divided by 4, which will give me what? Sorry, divided by 4, which will give me 90. So 1 unit is 90. My question is to find out how many marbles were there in box D. So since one of these long unit is 90, box D is simply 90 minus 19, which will give you 71. And that is the answer. You see, it becomes very simple when you know the model. Okay, so if you got that one right, I'm very proud of you. High five to you because you are a math prodigy. Good job. And that brings us to the quote of the week. And the quote of the week is: emotions can be your greatest allies in life, but too much of them will destroy you. Now, what does that mean? Do you know what allies? Allies mean friends or people who can help you. So your emotions can either help you, can be your greatest helpers in life, but too much of it will destroy you. Let me give you an example, okay? Probably when you see the first question, right, you think to yourself, oh, this is difficult. Am I right? This is difficult. And then you get over emotional about it. You're like, okay, I can't solve this. It's too difficult. I'm not that smart, and blah, blah, blah. And this is what happens. This is what destroys a person. All right? So if you let that emotions get into your head, guess what? You're not going to do well. But if you can get a little bit of it and you can change that from being too difficult and moving on to it becoming something like you feel like you're not good enough, right? You can immediately change that to, oh, it's difficult and therefore it's challenging. and therefore it's very interesting. You see how that emotion can actually make you, can actually help you. So from fear, or not from fear, from an observation of it being difficult, you can actually change it to either becoming a challenging, and then therefore you can solve it, or you can actually make it into something that is an evidence that you're actually not so good in math. So it's your choice. You choose either one of the two. I would definitely choose the first one, being, oh, this is challenging, this is interesting. Now let's see how I can solve this. And that's how emotions can be your greatest allies in school and in life. Alright, with that, this is Coach Saiful signing off, saying you are a math prodigy. Good job.